continue as they are saying.
All right, so Mr. Gibore.
As they are saying that we need to demarcate issues.
All right, Mr. Gibore, allow me to cut you short because I need to hear from your colleagues, but from the
let me finish.
I'll be coming back to you. I'll be coming back to you, Mr. Gibore. Just stay with me. But I need to hear from your colleagues, the nurses, who are also on strike. But of course, Seth Panyako, the Secretary General of the Kenya National Union of Nurses, said that there is a bit of some white smoke, so the strike might be called off. But then what are the members of the Nurses Union in Mombasa saying? So a crossover live to my colleague Tobias Chanji, who's with them. Tobias Chanji, good morning. So Panyako says the strike might be called off today or it might not, depending on the agreement they'll be having with the government. But what are the members of the Nurses Union in Mombasa saying about the strike?
Okay, very good morning, Brenda. Remember that when it comes to Mombasa, it is unique as they've been having two kinds of strikes. There's one that is related to the other counties nationally, while there's another strike that was running concurrently that also relates to them in Mombasa County. And it is now almost 2 months since they started their strike. On one hand, the doctors are saying that they've been given show cause letters, and actually after this interview, we'll also be crossing over to doctors and just hear what they have to say. But for the nurses, they also say that the county government has been threatening them and intimidating them by recalling those that are on leave currently. But just maybe allow me to speak to the Kenya National Union of Teachers, of Nurses in Mombasa County, that's the Secretary, Peter Maroko, to maybe just delve further on this matter and explain to us maybe what is the situation.
Yeah, the situation has remained the same for 2 months because the county government of Mombasa is very reluctant in addressing the issues that we raised before them. So far, since we raised our strike notice with the county government of Mombasa, they were only able to address the salaries of the month of November. And so the issue of remittances are still outstanding. They have been so much reluctant to engage us, even bring forth even a small workable solution for us to be able to negotiate and return to work. So far, we are aware that the county has been able only to pay up to the month of August, and we have all 4 months, that is September, October, November, and December, outstanding. And wherever we engage them, they are unable to commit on how to address the issues of remittances. And we are very much actually annoyed now because they have taken unorthodox methods in trying to address the issue of the strike. Instead of bringing the solutions as they should, they are actually going for our members who are currently on leave. There are those who have been instructed, especially managers, have been instructed to ensure that people report back to work using all other means. That's unorthodox for us. We believe the county government of Mombasa has a better way of addressing our issues. They would rather pay the remittances. This is the month of January, since we started raising these issues from the month of June. So we believe that the county government can find a better way to ensure that our issues are addressed, especially to do with the remittances. We know we are in January again, other issues are also cropping up. We had issues of promotions. They are coming up because we had agreed that coming the month of December they were to do advertisements. They have not done this. This is January. We were expecting that in January they were to do competitive promotions, which are again now, as for us, they are outstanding. Nationally, I want to actually look at the way the Council of Governors has actually decided to address our issues. It's uncalled for and insincere for the Council of Governors to discredit the agreement that was entered between the clinic officers and the doctors. That tells us, even as nurses, whatever we are engaging on, we need to be very sure that the Council of Governors is going to implement. If the Council of Governors writes back to the national government saying that they are unable, do not be able to address the issues that were negotiated for, then they want to tell us that the strike needs to continue until they find a solution. Issues to do with the compensation of families that have lost their loved ones is non-negotiable, because to compensate is something that is already in law. The occupational safety laws actually outlines on how this compensation is supposed to be done, and therefore we need not to negotiate for this. The government needs to provide a life insurance cover and a group insurance cover for the families that have lost their loved ones.
The last time we spoke with you, you had a protest at a procession towards the office of the Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho. What's the outcome so far?
Nothing really much has come out. The governor could not meet us. Instead, his officers met us on the same day at 2, where they were begging us to return back to work as they address our issues without putting anything tangible before us, so that we can actually negotiate from that end. So since that time, nobody has been able to approach us so that we can again go back to see whether they have been able to remit any amount of money. We are aware that equity, those who are earning their salaries through equity and have loans, have no problem. So we believe the county government of Mombasa did something to Equity Bank, and we are calling upon them to ensure that they do the same approach they used with Equity Bank, they apply it on other banks. Yeah.
Thank you a lot. That is Secretary, Kenya National Union of Nurses, Mombasa County, Peter Maroko, just painting for us a picture of the situation here in Mombasa. Later on, we'll also be joining the doctors to also give us a brief on what they are calling threats from the Mombasa County government after they were written letters of show cause. From here, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Tobias Chanje. I know you'll be giving us that live coverage. And of course, we continue this conversation with the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers Secretary General George Gibore, and also Clifford Randa, who's organizing secretary of the Kenya National Union of Medical